Hey, this video is one in a series that is sponsored by Lowe's. You know them, home improvement store. You go there at least 5 or 6 times a week after you buy a house, right? I probably should have bought stock now that I think about it. But in any event, they're paying for this video. I'm doing it like normal, just as we always would. So it works out really well for both of us. Ready? Let's go do it. Okay, now see if this sounds familiar to you at all. I've got a million pictures of friends and family on my phone. And I've got a million connected devices here around the house, right? I've got lights and outlets and switches and phones and TVs and boxes and doorbells and cameras and all that kind of stuff, right? What I haven't had is one thing that really ties it all together. And if you've been watching these videos for any time now, you know I've been wanting this sort of thing forever. Well, finally, Google has blessed us with the Google Home Hub. So if you can tell, I'm a little excited, right? And this has very quickly risen to the top of the list of things that I would go buy somebody this holiday season. So what is Google Home Hub and why do you want one? Let's go do this. So this is it. This is the Google Home Hub. It costs $149 when it's not on sale. Now it's maybe a little smaller than you think, with a 7-inch touchscreen and a speaker that's good enough for bedside use, but really not too much more than that. So it ties in your network over Wi-Fi and can handle Bluetooth music if you prefer things that way. It's got a microphone array so it can hear you clearly, and it works with Google's multi-room audio so you can connect it to other Google Home speakers you might have laying around. Basically, it's a Google Home speaker with a screen. So it's great on a bedside table, that's where I keep mine, and if you've seen the commercials, yeah, it also works really well in the kitchen. You can put it wherever you want, but those are probably the 2 main places you're gonna be looking at. So what's it missing? Well, it doesn't have a camera built into it, and I'm okay with that, because I don't really do a lot of video calling anyway, and I'm really not all that crazy about having a camera in the bedroom just inches away from my face as I'm sleeping. Come to think of it, my wife's okay with not having that too. What's really the most important feature here? It's the screen and Google Assistant. So the first thing you'll notice, Google Home Hub is an excellent digital picture frame. You can have it show some really good album art that comes from Google itself. There's some really cool stuff in there. Or you can set up your own albums in Google Photos, which I highly recommend doing. That's what I use most of the time. If you want, it'll also work with Facebook or Flickr pictures, but me, I just use pictures I've taken and curated into an album each year. And there's also a great ambient light sensor on this thing, and that turns the screen down when the room is darker. It's gonna keep from bothering you at night, but when you turn the lights on, the screen will get brighter so you can still see it. It's also got this big digital clock that it puts on in the middle of the night when it's dark. I love it because I can just kind of, what time is it? Oh, I'm going back to sleep. Love it, really cool. Let me just put it this way, okay? Even with that 7-inch screen, hasn't bothered me once in the middle of the night. Google really nailed that. And of course, where there is a screen, there is information and entertainment. So maybe you want to learn about do-it-yourself home security systems, or connected thermostats, or maybe you want to watch some dude get overly excited about driving an electric car. That'd be me. Or maybe you want to watch some other stuff. I don't know. It's the internet. It's YouTube. You know what's out there. You know what you like. You can watch it all right here. Let's move out of the bedroom back to the kitchen, and there's that other use case, right? Put it on the counter and you can look up recipes, you can get tips and help while you're cooking. You can look up videos that'll help you keep from burning dinner night after night after night. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I'm a pretty good cook. But even cooler than that, I think, is all of the smart home integrations. So you'll connect all your services through the Google Home app, and then it makes it super easy to control your lights or your switches or your outlets or pretty much anything. You can use your voice if that's still how you do things, but I almost prefer to actually just use the touchscreen. Just swipe down from the top of the screen and you can turn your lights on and off, you can lock the door, you can change the thermostat, you can check on any of your cameras that you have hooked into it. Probably my favorite thing though, and you know what's coming, right? Is the doorbell. As soon as somebody rings it, they pop up on the screen, I can see them, I can answer them, I can ignore them, whatever I want to do, but it's all right there and it's all really easy. And because Google is always updating the software on this sort of thing, it's only going to get better over time. So that's it in a nutshell for Google Home Hub. Now look, if it looks like a smaller version of a smart display, yeah, you're right, it is. But here's the thing, it fits in so many places so much better. It's the perfect size for your nightstand or just tucking into a corner in the kitchen. It's also way less expensive at $150. And by the way, I've got links in the description. If you want to go buy one, be sure to hit them up. If you've got any more questions on Google Home Hub, ask me in the comments, hit me up on the socials. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit the notification bell thing so you can be notified of all the new videos coming up. Thanks again to Lowe's for sponsoring this thing. That's it. See you next time.